ख़वातीन और हज़रात अस्सलाम वालेकुम। तो हम बाकायदा तक़रीब का आगाज़ करते हैं। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा मेरे मोहतरम डॉक्टर वालजी साहब से कि वो यहाँ आके तिलावत कलाम पाक फरमाएँ, उसके बाद हम प्रोग्राम का बाकायदा आगाज़ करें।
अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। औज़ु बिल्लाहि अस्समीउल अलीम मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। वल अस्र इन्नल इंसाना लफ़ी खुस्र इल्ला लज़ीना आमनू व अमिलुस सालिहात व तवासौ बिल हक़्क़ि व तवासौ बिस सब्र। सदक़ल्लाहुल अलीयुल अज़ीम। Only just a reflection that this particular surah is a verse of the Holy Quran which reminds us that a second gone is never going to come back. Allah swears by time, and those who have used their time correctly are the ones who will benefit. Otherwise, as the Quranic term is, that we'll be amongst the khasireen if we did not use our time for a useful purpose. And that truly is a reflection of the surah. And just one more point, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us 86,400 seconds in a day, or it could be 84,600 seconds. I'm dyslexic, it could be one or the other. Imagine if you had a bank account which will deposit that amount every night in your bank account, and in the morning it would be finished, or within 24 hours it would completely finish. You would not be able to reinvest it. What would you do with those dollars? You would invest every dollar that you have during that day. Money is less valuable than time. That's why I chose the surah of saying, well, asr. Allah swears by time. And that indeed is a reflection. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Walji. And this is the advantage of having somebody like Dr. Walji with us, who would just not recite the Quran but give us such a phenomenal message, interpretation, advice, something to think about and make it part of our life, whatever you call it. Dr. Saab, thank you so much, and thank you for helping out at the last minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I most really want to express my deep gratitude on behalf of PAGH for you all to come today and take part in this really historic day for PAGH, because it's the first time ever in the history of PAGH that we're doing a small event to remember and to commemorate the services of a phenomenal person. Someone without whose support and dedication probably Pakistan would not have happened. Mohtharma Fatma Jinnah, Madre Millat, Khatun Pakistan, the way she dedicated her life to serve Quaid-e-Azam in his pursuit of the dream Pakistan. It's unparalleled in the history. And therefore, I appreciate that all of you are here, even though there is a competing event taking place someplace else, which kind of shows our priorities as well. लोग आम खाने के चक्कर में गए हैं, लेकिन आप लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं. That shows your love and your dedication for our Madre Millat. उनके बारे में जितना भी कहा जाए कम है. Today is 131st birthday of Mohtharma Fatma Jinnah. She was born on 31st of July, 1893. Coincidentally, she also passed away in the month of July. She passed away on 9th of July. हमने सोचा था कि ये इवेंट हम 9 जुलाई को करेंगे, बट जिस दिन उनकी सालगिरह है, जो दिन उनकी तारीख से रिलेटेड है, हमें उसी दिन करना चाहिए, तो दिन की अहमियत रहती है। सो डिस्पाइट इट बीइंग अ वीक डे एंड अनदर इवेंट गोइंग ऑन, आप लोग आए, आप लोग का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। I would also like to express my gratitude for our sponsor, Jamia Karachi Alumni Association of Houston and Akhund University, more particularly the president of Jamia Karachi Alumni Association and also the chancellor of Akhund University, Mr. Fahim Akhund. PAGH के जितने भी इवेंट्स होते हैं, किताब और चाय और इस तरह के इवेंट्स, हमें जब भी ज़रूरत पड़ती है, वन रिक्वेस्ट एंड फ़हीम साहब कम्स गुड। सो हम जितना भी शुक्रिया अदा करें फ़हीम साहब, मोस्ट ग्रेटफुल। और ब्लैंक चेक होता है, ये नहीं है कि
वो वाला नहीं
समझ रही हूँ, समझ रही।
I would also like to express the support of the entire board. इस तरह के इवेंट्स करना, प्लान करना आसान नहीं होता। बोर्ड का जब तक पूरा सपोर्ट ना हो तो इस तरह के इवेंट्स नहीं हो सकते। और PGH की हिस्ट्री में इस तरह के जो अब इवेंट्स हो रहे हैं वो कि पहली दफ़ा ही हो रहे हैं। किताब और चाय ले लें या हमारे फाउंडिंग फादर्स की कमेमोरेशन ले लें। वी स्टार्टेड विद डूइंग एन इवेंट ऑन जिन्ना साहब, then we followed it with Begum Rana Liaquat Ali Khan, and now Mohtarama Fatma Jinnah, and hopefully in the months to come हमारे जितने भी फाउंडिंग फादर्स हैं या ऐसे लोग हैं जो हमारे लिए पाकिस्तान के लिए अहम हैं, हम कोशिश करेंगे PHH के प्लेटफॉर्म से उनको याद करें, बिकॉज अगर हम उनको याद नहीं करते, उनसे रिलेटेड हिस्ट्री नहीं समझते, तो जो कौम अपनी हिस्ट्री भूल जाती है उससे सबक हासिल नहीं करती, फिर आप सोच सकते हैं कि उसका क्या होता है। सो आई थिंक दयार गैर में, बल्कि अब तो खैर दयार गैर नहीं रहा, ये तो हमारा मुल्क हो गया, दयार मगरिब में हमारी जाए पैदाइश वाले मुल्क से हज़ारों मील दूर, आई थिंक वी ओ इट टू पाकिस्तान एंड पाकिस्तान लीडर कि हम उनको याद करते रहें। सो अगेन आई अप्रिशिएट ऑल ऑफ यू। मैं ख़ास तौर पे अपने गेस्ट स्पीकर्स का आज शुक्रिया अदा करूँगा, डॉक्टर फहमीदा शेख और जनाब महमूद धारी साहब, और वी हैड अनदर स्पीकर स्केड्यूल, वो डॉक्टर आसिफ कदीर, वो शायद नहीं आ सकेंगे या देर से आएंगे। ही वो आज मोहतरमा शीला जैक्सन ली की मेमोरियल सेरेमनी कहीं हो रही है, तो ही वॉज इन्वाइटेड टू स्पीक, और obviously that's important too because शीला जैक्सन ली की जो सर्विसेज पाकिस्तान के लिए हैं वो भी unparalleled। She was the chairperson of Pakistan caucus in the US House, and beyond that community के लिए उनकी जो सर्विसेज हैं वो unparalleled। So Dr. Asif Qadir had to go there। Talking of Sheila Jackson Lee, I'd like all of us to maintain a moment of silence to give respect to her। Invite our guest speakers to come on stage, Dr. Fahmida Sheikh and Mr. Mahmood Bari। सबसे पहले गुजारिश करूँगा डॉक्टर फहमीदा शेख से कि वो आकर मोहतरमा फातिमा जिन्ना की जो सर्विसेज हैं उनके बारे में कुछ हमें बताएं। Teacher, as teacher trainer and assistant professor in Pakistan, she facilitated the training of government teachers in the province of Sindh before moving to US. She moved to US in 2011 and she started teaching again over here, and now she teaches at Fort Wayne County, teaching English to grade 3 to 11. So we needed somebody like her, an academician, a person who's ingrained in education, to come and give us an informative talk about Mohtarama Fatma Jinnah. So Dr. Fahmida Sheikh, thank you.
I didn't really know much about Fatma Jinnah, so I had to do some research on her as well. I've lived in Karachi, but I haven't really studied over there. So the knowledge I had was just what I got from the news and things like that. She was the youngest of the six siblings that that they were, and Qaeda Azam was the eldest one. Now, when their father passed away in 1901, then she was under the care of Qaeda Azam, and she was sent to a convent, and she was sent to a convent in 1902, and the name of the convent was Bandara Convent, where she stayed in the hostel. In 1919, she enrolled in Dr. Ahmed's Dental College at Calcutta. On graduating in 1923, she opened her own dental clinic in Bombay, and when she graduated, she became the first woman female dentist of undivided India. So this was another important achievement for her. I was surprised at that as well when I heard it, when I read it. So from 1923 till 1929, she worked in her clinic. She had a clinic in Bombay, and when Ratanbai, Qaeda Azam's second wife, passed away, then she closed her clinic and moved to live with him and look after Qaid's daughter, Dina, who was 9 at that time. She never married, and she didn't return to her profession of dentistry, but she focused on caring for her heartbroken daughter and heartbroken brother and his daughter. In 1930, when Qaeda Azam decided to move to London for 4 years, she accompanied him and returned in 1934 to Bombay with Qaeda Azam. So while she was in England, she observed the British women, how they would contribute in the society. And she observed and she learned from them. And then when she came back to Pakistan in 1934, that's when she started attending all the functions that Qaeda Azam would go to. And she would support him wholeheartedly and learned in the process, learned the politics as well, knew what he was, what his vision was, and when he fell sick, then that's when she started taking over some of the work that he was supposed to be doing. So not only was she a sister, but then she also came up, did a lot in social services. So when there was the migration movement going on in 1947, then she was involved with a number of क्या कहते हैं, organizations. She organized relief organizations, and she also took a lot of interest in educating the women, the refugees who were there, the Muhajirs. And she would also go and do a lot of talk in colleges. And because of that, she got the name of Khatun-e-Pakistan, yeah. And so one thing I found very interesting about her, that although she would organize various committees, she never accepted any position in a committee as such. So I thought that was really good, because usually people want to head a committee there. They're not willing to just work like that without getting something back. So this is something very good which she did. One of the committees that we know of which still exists today is APWA. She had formed the nucleus of APWA, and when Quaid-e-Azam passed away and Liaquat Ali Khan came on, then I think together with Rana Liaquat Ali Khan, they developed that into APWA. So the credit usually goes to Rana Liaquat Ali Khan for founding APWA, although I feel in my own, if we were able to research a bit more and get more information, I'm sure what I learned from another book would be more correct, that she created the nucleus of it. So she would actually be the founding member of it. So that's what I like to think. Okay, so another thing I found was that she arranged for donations to orphanages, and these donations were supposed to be exempt from income tax. She was a member of relief committees, arranged funds, plus distribution of necessities for flood. At that time Bangladesh was part of us. Bangladesh always had a lot of flood activities happening over there, so she would go out and arrange for funds, and she would also educate the women over there who were experiencing hardships and things like that on what they could do to alleviate the hardship that they were facing. So not only collecting donations, but also teaching them at the same time how they could help themselves. So that was another good thing she was doing. She also focused on eradicating TB. उस ज़माने में तो टीबी का काफ़ी ज़ोर था इंडिया पाकिस्तान में, वो तो अब नहीं है. So she worked a lot on it as well. Okay, so now I come to a little bit of the politics that she worked on. She supported Jinnah when it came to the two-nation theory, and she was a leading member of the All India Muslim League. So she was a social activist, she was a politician, she was a mother to her niece, and she was a very good sister as well to Quaid-e-Azam, where she supported him in all ways that she could. Now, in 1951, she was banned from addressing the nation. Most probably this might have been after Liaquat Ali Khan's demise. And what I found out was that her 1951 radio address to the nation was heavily censored by the Liaquat administration. So that's all that they said. Then in 1960s, She returned to the forefront of political life when she ran for the presidency of Pakistan as a candidate for the combined opposition parties, which was, I think, also known as Tehreek. Okay, so I've actually come to the end of what I had to say. Now, just I would like to, like we always say, okay, that there's a very, behind a successful man, there's always a successful woman. So she turned out to be the successful woman behind Quaid-e-Azam. और जैसे आपने कहा था कि अगर वो ना होती तो most probably पाकिस्तान भी ना होता, because she kept motivating him and didn't even let people get to know that he was sick, because if she was with him all the time, of course she had first-hand knowledge, and she would there were some criticisms as well on that she wouldn't let people visit Quaid's bedside. So, but I guess this was her own way of protecting her brother's vision, which was very good for us that she did that. Okay, so I'll just end with a little nazam over here. It's not written by me, it's written by a friend who's in Pakistan, and she sent it to me through the text. So, उन्होंने लिखा है, कौम मिल्लत की जान है फातिमा जिना, तहरीक पाकिस्तान की जान है फातिमा जिना, औरतों की हुकूक की पासबान है फातिमा जिना, आवाम की मोहब्बत में मेहरबान है फातिमा जिना, कौम उनको रखती है हमेशा याद, मादरे मिल्लत का एक निशान है फातिमा जिना. So, I close with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hamida Sheikh. Now I invite our next speaker. महमूद आरिफ साहब से कौन वाकिफ़ नहीं है, ह्यूस्टन के अंदर हमारे सीनियर लीडर हैं, इनकी बहुत कम्युनिटी की खिदमत हैं, एंड आई अप्रिशिएट कि उन्होंने आज के दिन हमें टाइम दिया. महमूद साहब.
Thankful to Mr. Siraj and also the Jamia Karachi, Akhund Sahab, and there are so many people and friends, Chaudhry Sahab and Sheikh Sahab, and many people who are familiar. Our CG is coming now, welcome to him, I would say. Yes, I don't know very much about that much, but to bring the aspects he talked of. Dr. Sahaba just explained about the history and everything about her, and I would agree one thing more vehemently, that she was the mentor of Quaid-e-Azam, actually. So many times Jinnah Sahab was discouraged in many things, Iqbal, but she was at the end always encouraged him. So another position, I want to say some word of honor and tribute to Dr. Sahab, that he was saying about the Tilawat, the Quran Sharif. Congratulations, that's very good, that was a nice recitation. And that's also, I would agree that the Quran our, not only this Aqsam पाक जो है अल्लाह ताला ने जो फरमाए हैं कुरान शरीफ में बहुत से हैं जिस पे हमारी लाइफ, this is very important ayat that we should be saying all the time good things to each other. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. That is out of context though, but it is our part of our faith, so I must mention, so that's what I thought. About Fatima Jinnah, I would say further that I had the honor to see her, like I'm seeing Aftab right now and see everyone else. She came to Mir Prakash district, and the town of the Mir Prakash is still in Sindh, Pakistan. That time election BD, Basic Democracy, Ayub Khan introduced. This is a little bit of politics, so I wouldn't say I'm prescribed from him though earlier, but I don't want to go. That's my favorite part of to go in detail, but I wouldn't this evening, and I wouldn't take that longer time. So what I was saying, Fatima came, and that time Khan brother Sir Muhammad Hassan Sahib late, and he was their famous PD election contest and everything. In '64, that election that night, and Ayub Khan, of course, how they that's the system which is still predominant today and prevailing, and so. But that's the way this life is there. So I can go in much detail about she came to America 19 some back on honor of Chicago. No one knows about that. I do, because my brother was himself a diplomat here at that time. But he was kind of reluctant to visit them because of the high orders from Islamabad. But I wouldn't go into it. So, but Shahid Emil, she encouraged, like I said, I want to really extend my tribute and honor. I'm very much delighted to talk a bit about it as a kind of, from her soul. She's a surviving person in history of Pakistan. Today is a predominant the talk of town, gossip and many things in communities. But the Sindhi community, like GM Sayed, I would say so, and very good, and this emphasize this point, very important. Sir Wali Khan and many other people. I'm not that far leftist though, but they were with Fatima Jinnah, I would say. Mir Khuda Starpur, a great philanthropist in our Mirpur Khas district and many other, so my father and everyone. But I had the honor to see that rally over there. She spoke so many good things. Probably we may have some recordings about that. So, but it's at eminent time of this unsurgical time framework. Mr. Siraj Khan requested me to come by, even though I didn't want to. But I mean, not a public debate. This is my first my public debate this evening tonight. So that's why I had to come. But I would say Fatima Jinnah was, and indeed is still the soul of Pakistan. Had she not been there, probably Pakistan wasn't there, because she, like I said, in one word, Qasam, Zamane ki Qasam, Walal insan lafil khusr, like that. So I'm not taking the Qasr like I'm at that kind of eminent hasti nahi hu main. But I would say so that she is the Pakistan, and the communities, this today, since yesterday, since the date of her birthday, and everything is coming in town over there. I mean, here in our community as well, and back to Pakistan. So many people are celebrating her life and everything. So I would say we must celebrate every year, and I'm so much honored, Sahab and my friend over there, Urdu time gentleman Mahmood Sahab. I even didn't recognize him first. I said the call is coming from the New York and so on. But well, anyway, so I apologized to him, and I said I promised I will come this evening. But that's much I could say. There's a lot to say, but I'm kind of soft and slow speaker and husky voice, so I don't want to that in detail that much. But sometime, who knows, we may have kacheris or anything that I can tell you a lot about it. Thank you very much. Good night. And Dr. Sabha, thank you so much. You gave lots of reflection this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mehmood Tari Saab. And I take this opportunity to welcome our dear Consulate General Janab Aftab Chaudhary Saab and his wife, Matarma Shehbanu Saiba. Thank you so much for gracing the occasion today. I'd also like to recognize the presence of Janab Harun Sheikh, the former president of PAGH, and one of the pillars of our community. He's been there for probably more than 50 years and is one of those 4 or 5 people in our community who have done a lot for Pakistani Americans. much of what exists today in terms of organizational infrastructure, communities, economic development. Harun Saab has a tremendous role in that. So thank you Harun Saab for coming, and खास तौर पे मेरी रिक्वेस्ट पे आए हैं. So most grateful for that. मोहतरमा फातिमा जिन्ना का एक और कंट्रीब्यूशन हमारे लिए जो है वो उनकी किताब है माय ब्रदर. नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल नो अबाउट इट. कायद आज़म पे जो पहली बायोग्राफी थी हेक्टर बोलीथो ने लिखी थी, आई बिलीव 1954 और 58 अराउंड दैट टाइम. मोहतरमा फातिमा जिन्ना फेल्ट के वो ऑटोबायोग्राफी जो है वो जिन्ना की, it left a lot of elements that were not covered. So obviously she was probably the best person to know everything about Jinnah, his work, his private life, Jinnah's personal challenges. She had the intimate knowledge of everything about Jinnah. So she felt that she could probably contribute a lot if she wrote a book on Jinnah. Obviously she wasn't an author, so she sought help of a few people to be able to write the book, and one of those persons that she connected was Gialana Saab. And they started working on this book, My Brother, in late 50s, early 60s. But it so happened that when Mohtharama Fatima Jinnah decided to come back in politics in the 60s, she had a parting of way with Gialana Saab. उसके बाद जियालाना अपने तौर पे कायद आज़म की बायोग्राफी पे काम करते रहे, और मोहतरमा फातिमा जिन्ना ने फिर अपने तौर पे काम किया. But this book wasn't published until 1986, much longer after her death. Circumstances, I'm not going to go into details of it, you all know pretty well. But I read the book, and it does talk about some parts of Jinnah's life that you don't get to read in other books on Jinnah. Obviously उसके बाद फिर जो comprehensive biography Jinnah पे आई थी, that obviously took a lot of space, and it's much more well known than any other book on Jinnah. But nonetheless, I wanted to talk about her book. If you can find it, it's a good read. It's a short book, probably 100 pages, doesn't take too long. But here you get to know a few things about Jinnah that you otherwise don't. देखिए, किसी भी शख्सियत के बारे में बात करनी हो ना तो गूगल कर लें, सारा कुछ सामने आ जाता है. इवेंट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं उसके लिए. लेकिन इवेंट क्यों किया जाता है, इस तरह की बातें क्यों की जाती हैं? Because we do want to remember those because of whose hard work, dedication, commitment, selfless commitment, we exist today as a nation. और अगर फातिमा जिन्ना नहीं होती, अगर वो कायद आज़म को उस तरह से एक्सट्रीम डेडिकेशन के साथ सपोर्ट नहीं करती, तो पाकिस्तान का क्या फॉर्म होता? You say that, but you also believe in your heart. Pakistan is divine. Pakistan ने तो होना ही था. But nonetheless, it takes courage, dedication, hard work, commitment by few people to make dream come true. And Mohtharama Fatima Jinnah had a role to play in that. Imagine she never married. She was a dentist. She came from a Gujarati Khoja family. उस ज़माने में in the late 1800s, early 1900s, चाहे आप गुजराती खोजा फैमिली को हो या किसी और फैमिली से हो, एथनिसिटी से हो, for a woman in those days to be able to go to college and get a degree, and not only just get a degree but get a degree in dentistry, and then have her own clinic, that was a huge achievement in itself. So you can imagine it was ingrained in her, that kind of strength of personality, which is why she was able to then leave everything and come to Jinnah's help. So try to imagine सिर्फ उनकी हिस्ट्री पढ़ के कि उन्होंने ये किया, उन्होंने ये किया, वो काफ़ी नहीं होता, एनालाइज करना होता है why she was able to do what she was able to do, because that was the strength of her personality. कितनी औरतों ने उस ज़माने में डेंटिस्ट्री की होगी. few months ago we talked about Begum Rana Liaquat Ali Khan. She had double masters at that time. लड़कियां स्कूल नहीं जा सकती थी, स्कूल गई तो मैट्रिक के बाहर पढ़ नहीं सकती थी. हमारी इन ख़वातीन ने, जो हमारी इंडिपेंडेंस मूवमेंट की जो लीडर्स हैं, एंड यू नो वी हैव बेगम वक़ारुन्निसा नून, वी हैव बेगम शाइस्ता इकरामुल्लाह, वी हैव बेगम हिदायतुल्लाह, वी हैव बेगम तसद्दुक़ हुसैन, वी हैव लेडी अब्दुल हारून, you name it, उस ज़माने की ख़वातीन. Each one of those persons was a woman of substance, and we owe our debt to those women कि उनकी वजह से हम अपना मुल्क भी हासिल कर पाए और जो कुछ भी हम अपने मुल्क में अचीव कर पाए. So not only just the male leaders of Pakistan, we owe a debt of gratitude to our women leaders. So imagine at the same time all these women existed, highly educated. किस तरह का माशरा उन्होंने क्रिएट करने की कोशिश की, किस तरह से उन्होंने अपना रोल प्ले किया. अपने जो मेल काउंटर पार्ट्स हैं, फातिमा जिन्ना के केस में कायद आज़म हो गए, लेकिन बेगम राना लियाकत अली खान के केस में लियाकत अली खान हो गए. हाउ दे worked hard to support their partners, spouses, whatever you call it, as a result of which Pakistan happened and continued to progress. So I think we need to keep that in mind, and we need to learn from it. We need to learn from their dedication. We need to learn from their hard work. We need to learn from their commitment to be able to then serve our nation. मैं ये फील करता हूँ कि ठीक है, हम दयार मगरिब में बैठे हैं, मैं अब दयार गैर नहीं कहता, यही हमारा मुल्क है. All our stakes are here in this country. But still, we need to continue to do whatever we can do for the prosperity and the well-being of Pakistan. We have been blessed by Allah. मैं अक्सर ये फील करता हूँ कि मुझ पर जो पाकिस्तान का कर्ज है, हम सब के ऊपर वो कर्ज है. हम इसी तरह से ये कर्ज उतार सकते हैं कि हम यहाँ रहकर अपने मुल्क के लिए कुछ न कुछ अच्छा काम करते रहें, किसी न किसी कैपेसिटी में करते रहें, और हमारे लीडर से वो सेल्फलेस डेडिकेशन हम सीखें, ताकि हम जो कुछ भी हम करना चाहते हैं उसमें कामयाब रहें. सो आई जस्ट वांटेड टू लीव यू विद द थॉट. आई वुड now request our Honorable Consul General, Janab Aftab Saab, to come and say a few words.
Then she helped her brother. Politically she was very astute, and कायद को, अपने भाई को उन्होंने हर स्टेप पर हेल्प की. फिर उसके बाद सेल्फ इम्पोज्ड सॉलिट्यूड में भी गई. जब कायद आज़म की वफ़ात के बाद वो शी वॉज नॉट पोलिटिकली वेरी एक्टिव. फिर उसके बाद जब ज़रूरत पड़ी, देन शी केम पोलिटिकली वेरी एक्टिव and fought against Ayub Khan, and fought she was most popular opposition leader of her time. ये उनका एक सियासी करियर है. लेकिन जो ख़वातीन का पाकिस्तान और सब कॉन्टिनेंट में रोल रहा, मतलब आप इसका सियासी रोल है, आप इसको देखें कि कोई भी बड़ा लीडर कि ये सारी फेजेस हैं जो कि इन पर भी आई हैं, वो सारी फेजेस इन पर आई हैं और इन्होंने इसको निभाया है. दूसरे जो रोल है ख़वातीन का, मतलब एक विमेन एसोसिएशन, उसमें उनका एक लीडिंग किरदार था. और अगर आप ये कहें कि सब कॉन्टिनेंट की मुस्लिम ख़वातीन को मुतहर्रिक करने में जो इन ख़वातीन का ख़ास तौर पे फातिमा जिन्ना का किरदार था, वो बेस है जो कि पाकिस्तान की असास में है, पाकिस्तान की नज़रियाती और उसकी पॉलिटिकल लाइफ में पाकिस्तान की है. इसीलिए पाकिस्तान ने पहली मुस्लिम प्राइम मिनिस्टर भी फीमेल दी। पॉलिटिकल एफिलिएशंस अपनी जगह में, वो आप जितनी मर्जी बातें कर लें, लेकिन फर्स्ट मुस्लिम हेड ऑफ द स्टेट. So that was the legacy of Fatma Jinnah that was carried on by later on leaders like Benazir Bhutto, and we hope that the ladies, female leaders of Pakistan will come forward and they will keep shining as they have been, and they will carry the legacy of Fatma Jinnah. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आफ्ताब चौधरी साहब. कुछ बातें किस्तों में करनी होती है. I like to express my gratitude for media team. बहुत मसरूफ लोग होते हैं लेकिन फिर भी आके हमारे प्रोग्राम्स को कवर करते हैं. तो जमील साहब, शमीम साहब, पीछे सोफिया बैठी हुई है, नजम शेख साहब, आप तमाम लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. मेरी एक ज़ाती फैसिनेशन है जिन्ना साहब के साथ और उनकी फैमिली के साथ. मैं जब बहुत छोटा था, दूसरी तीसरी जमात में, जब हमें उस उम्र में नहीं अंदाज़ा होता जिन्ना साहब कायद आज़म कौन है, फातिमा जिन्ना कौन है. मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना, फातिमा जिन्ना और उनकी एक और बहन शीरी जिन्ना. मेरे दादा का नाम मोहम्मद हुसैन था, मेरी दादी का नाम फातिमा था और मेरी अम्मी का नाम शीरीन था. ये नाम मुझे इतने, मैं कभी अपने जहन से इस कोइंसिडेंस, इत्तफाक जो भी इसको कहें, मैं कभी भी अपने जहन से ये नहीं निकाल पाया. मुझे हमेशा जब मैं कायद आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना सुनता हूँ तो मुझे अपने दादा मोहम्मद हुसैन याद आते हैं. फातिमा जिन्ना तो इमीडिएटली मेरी दादी की शक्ल मेरे जहन में आती है. तो समटाइम्स दीज हसीन इत्तफाक़ात आर पार्ट ऑफ यू एंड दे बिकम अ फैसिनेशन, एंड प्रॉबेबली दिस इज़ द रीज़न कि मैं बहुत शुरू एज से जिन्ना साहब का और उनकी फैमिली का फ़ैन हो गया था. अगेन आईड लाइक टू एक्सप्रेस माई ग्रेटिट्यूड टू ऑल ऑफ यू. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा हमारे जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी जनाब दानिश साहब से कि वो आके कंक्लूड करें.
Thank you everybody to be present here and make this event very good. And on behalf of PAGH board, and I will sincerely convey my thanks to all the people, especially to Jamia Karachi Alumni Association and Akhund University, Mr. Fahim, and thank you for the speakers, Mr. Mahmood and Mr. Dr. So one thing I just catch, I was thinking about something else to speak, but then our Siraj Nasi bhai, when he said about his fascination, I remember an event back when we were in Habibi school in 9th grade when we were doing the Pakistan studies. So we were writing about Fatma Jinnah, and all the talks that we did today, that she was so much important in the cause of Pakistan with Muhammad Ali Jinnah. There is actually words from Muhammad Ali Jinnah. What he said is, all my politics depends on two elements: my sister Fatma Jinnah and my typewriter. This is actually true, and these are the words from Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And the vision that she had, Ms. Fatma Jinnah, can be summarized by the quote that she quoted for her nation, is that a nation strength ultimately consists only on the things that they can do it on their own and not to borrow from other nations. So thank you for coming. I will ask everyone to join PGH, go to our website and be a part of PGH community. Thank you.
Thank you.